Welcome to Anime Chronicles, the channel where we bring to life the full story of every anime character and beyond. Today, we're stepping into the world of Demon Slayer with Tanjiro Kamado, the determined young warrior whose journey of loss, compassion, and unshakable will has captured the hearts of fans worldwide. From the tragic night that changed his family forever, to his relentless pursuit of strength as a demon slayer, Tanjiro's story is one of resilience and hope. Known for his mastery of water breathing, his connection to the legendary sun breathing, and his unbreakable bond with his sister Nezuko, Tanjiro embodies the spirit of perseverance in the face of unimaginable darkness. Along the way, he forges powerful friendships, learns from the greatest mentors, and rises to meet demons stronger than anyone could imagine. We'll explore his origins, abilities, iconic battles, and the legacy that has made him one of anime's most inspiring protagonists. If you love diving into the journeys and legacies of your favorite heroes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we follow the path of Tanjiro Kamado. Tanjiro Kamado's journey begins not with the sword in his hand, but with the gentle warmth of family life. Born as the eldest son of the Kamado family, he lived in a small house deep in the mountains of Taisho-era Japan. His father, Tanjiro Kamado, was a frail man, plagued by illness, yet carrying a mysterious strength and knowledge that would later define Tanjiro's destiny. His mother, Ki Kamado, worked tirelessly to care for their many children: Nezuko, Takeo, Hanako, Shigeru, and Rokuta. Tanjiro, being the oldest, carried a sense of responsibility beyond his years. He helped gather firewood, carried charcoal down to the nearby town to sell, and always sought to keep a smile on his siblings' faces. From the very start, Tanjiro's character was defined by compassion. In town, he was well known for his honesty and kindness, always willing to help even strangers. Yet, this gentle life was shattered in a single night, the night that would shape his path forever. On a cold winter day, Tanjiro went down the mountain to sell charcoal. Because of the heavy snow, he stayed overnight in town, only to return the next morning to a scene of unimaginable horror. His family lay slaughtered in their home, their blood staining the snow, all except for one, Nezuko. At first relieved to find her alive, Tanjiro's world twisted further when he realized Nezuko was no longer the sister he once knew. She had been transformed into a demon. Her eyes glowed with hunger, her body trembling with bloodlust. But unlike other demons, Nezuko's humanity was not completely lost. When Giyu Tomioka, the stoic water Hashira, appeared to kill her, Tanjiro's desperation to protect his sister, even throwing himself against a skilled swordsman, with no hope of victory, moved Giyu. More shocking still was Nezuko's choice to defend Tanjiro instead of attacking him. This rare act of will convinced Giyu that the siblings were different. He spared them, directing Tanjiro towards Sakonji Urokodaki, a former water Hashira, who might guide him. Thus began Tanjiro's training as a demon slayer. Urokodaki was a stern but wise teacher who tested Tanjiro's determination not through strength alone, but through willpower and discipline. For 2 years, Tanjiro endured grueling training, mastering the art of water breathing, developing extraordinary agility, stamina, and a heightened sense of smell, which became his unique ability to detect danger, emotions, and even track demons through their scent. But Urokodaki's true test was not the training itself, but the final selection, a deadly exam on Mount Fujikasani, where Tanjiro had to survive 7 nights among demons. It was during this trial that Tanjiro displayed not only his combat skill, but also his compassion. He encountered the Hand Demon, a monster who had devoured countless disciples of Urokodaki. This demon mocked Tanjiro, remembering every child he had slain. Yet, when Tanjiro finally defeated him, he wept for the demon's suffering past, recognizing the remnants of humanity that still lingered in these creatures. This empathy, seeing even demons as tragic victims of Muzan's curse, became Tanjiro's defining trait. Having survived the final selection, Tanjiro was accepted into the Demon Slayer Corps. He received his Nichiren blade, which, to everyone's surprise, turned pitch black, an unusual color that carried ominous implications, as black blades were said to be wielded by swordsmen fated to die young. Undeterred, Tanjiro vowed to fight for humanity and protect Nezuko, whom Urokodaki placed under a deep hypnotic suggestion never to harm humans. As his journey began, Tanjiro's path crossed with demons of varying cruelty and suffering. He fought the Swamp Demon, who preyed on young girls, and the morbid Yahaba and Susamaru, loyal servants of Muzan. In each battle, Tanjiro's resolve grew stronger, and Nezuko's loyalty deeper. She became his partner, fighting at his side not as a monster, but as family. Their unique bond soon caught the attention of both allies and enemies. The greatest turning point came when Tanjiro finally encountered Muzan Kibutsuji, the progenitor of all demons, in the streets of Asakusa. To Tanjiro's shock, Muzan was disguised as an ordinary man with a human wife and child. This encounter revealed the true depth of Muzan's cunning and cruelty, as he casually turned an innocent man into a demon before Tanjiro's eyes. It ignited within Tanjiro an unshakable vow. He would destroy Muzan, no matter the cost. But Tanjiro's path was not one of revenge alone. His compassion extended even to Tamayo and Yushiro, demons who had resisted Muzan and sought a cure for demonhood. Their alliance with Tanjiro proved crucial, for Tamayo's knowledge of demon biology and her quest to find Muzan's weakness aligned with Tanjiro's mission. From this point on, Tanjiro's journey became not just about survival, it became a beacon of hope, a chance to free Nezuko and countless others from eternal suffering. This was only the beginning of Tanjiro Kamado's long, painful, and inspiring journey. Every step from here would test not only his strength as a swordsman, but also his heart as a human being who refused to let go of kindness, even in the face of endless darkness. After Tanjiro passed the final selection and became an official demon slayer, his life changed drastically. Though still gentle at heart, he carried the weight of responsibility with unwavering resolve. Nezuko, still unable to speak and bound by her demon form, remained his closest companion. She fought alongside him in every mission, defying the natural order of demons by protecting humans instead of devouring them. Tanjiro made it his mission to find a way to restore her humanity, while destroying the forces that had shattered their family. Tanjiro's early battles tested both his physical skill and moral strength. Each demon he encountered carried a tragic past, revealing that most were once humans twisted by Muzan's curse. Unlike other slayers who often killed without hesitation, Tanjiro chose empathy. He offered prayers for their souls after defeating them, respecting the fragments of humanity they had lost. This compassion set him apart and won him allies within the Corps. On his journey, Tanjiro encountered two unique individuals who would become his closest friends, Zenitsu Agatsuma and Inosuke Hashibira. Zenitsu, a cowardly yet talented swordsman, trained in thunder breathing, constantly doubted his own worth. Despite his fear, he possessed extraordinary strength when unconscious, channeling his anxiety into lightning-fast strikes. Inosuke, raised by boars in the mountains, was a wild and headstrong warrior who wielded dual serrated swords and practiced beast breathing. At first brash and aggressive, Inosuke grew attached to Tanjiro's kindness, slowly softening and learning the value of camaraderie. Together, they formed a bond that would become unbreakable through countless battles. Their first great trial came at Mount Natagumo, where they faced the Spider Demon family. This mission tested their courage and loyalty, pushing Tanjiro to the brink. It was here that he revealed the power of his Hinokami Kagura, a mysterious dance passed down in his family. When combined with his water-breathing techniques, it gave him newfound strength, though at great cost to his body. The fight also revealed Nezuko's incredible resilience, as she used her blood demon art, igniting her blood to protect her brother. After surviving the mountain, Tanjiro and Nezuko were brought before the Hashira, the strongest swordsmen of the Demon Slayer Corps. Among them was Kyojuro Rengoku, the flame Hashira, whose unwavering spirit would soon leave an eternal mark on Tanjiro's heart. Though many Hashira initially opposed Nezuko's presence, believing she was still a threat, the intervention of Urakodaki and the head of the corps, Kagaya Ubuyashiki, secured her acceptance. From this point forward, Tanjiro was no longer just a novice. He was a warrior recognized for his potential, entrusted with missions of greater importance, and burdened with challenges that demanded more than sheer strength. They required unyielding willpower, compassion, and the courage to carry others alongside him. The mission that would define Tanjiro's early career came aboard the Mugen Train. Alongside Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Nezuko, he joined Rengoku in investigating a series of disappearances. Little did they know, this mission would turn into one of the fiercest battles of their lives. The demon Enmu, lower rank 1 of Muzan's 12 Kizuki, had fused with the train itself, trapping passengers in endless dreams. For Tanjiro, this was a test of his willpower. Ensnared in a dream of his family alive and well, he was forced to choose between illusion and reality. With tears in his eyes, Tanjiro chose truth over fantasy, cutting down the dream to awaken and fight. It was a heart-wrenching moment, but it proved his unshakable resolve. Together with Inosuke, he defeated Enmu, but their trial was far from over. The sudden appearance of Akaza, upper rank 3, changed everything. Akaza's overwhelming strength outmatched even Tanjiro and his friends. It was Rengoku who rose to meet him, demonstrating the full might of the flame-breathing style. Their clash shook the battlefield, a storm of fire against destruction. Rengoku's spirit burned bright, protecting every soul aboard the train. Despite his unrelenting courage, he ultimately fell to Akaza's hand. Rengoku's death was devastating. Tanjiro, on his knees and trembling, hurled his sword into the distance as Akaza fled, shouting that Rengoku was the true victor for defending lives selflessly. This moment carved a permanent scar into Tanjiro's heart. Yet within that grief, a flame ignited. He vowed to carry Rengoku's will, to move forward with honor, and to never let his sacrifice be in vain. In the months that followed, Tanjiro trained harder than ever, refining both water-breathing and Hinokami Kagura, striving to combine the two into a powerful and efficient form. His journey led him to the entertainment district, where he, Zenitsu, and Inosuke aided the sound Hashira, Tengen Uzui, against the terrifying siblings Daki and Gyutaro, upper rank 6. The battle was brutal, pushing them to their limits. Tanjiro's mastery of Hinokami Kagura grew sharper, and Nezuko's demon abilities advanced to frightening levels, allowing her to fight even stronger opponents. Their victory in this arc marked the first defeat of an upper rank in over a century, shaking the demon world and signaling that Muzan's reign of terror was not invincible. For Tanjiro, this victory was both a triumph and a reminder. The war against Muzan was drawing nearer. The struggle only intensified as Tanjiro and his allies entered the swordsmith village, where the rare weapons of the corps were forged. There, he met Mitsuri Kanroji, the Love Hashira, and Muichiro Tokito, the Mist Hashira. The village came under attack by upper rank 4 Hantengu and upper rank 5 Gyoko, leading to a desperate battle that tested everyone's limits. Tanjiro's growth accelerated, and with Nezuko's support, he achieved feats that seemed impossible. But the greatest turning point came when Nezuko, exposed to sunlight, did not burn. She became the first demon in history to conquer the sun. This revelation sent shockwaves through Muzan, who saw Nezuko as the final key to achieving his ultimate goal, true immortality. Tanjiro's joy in seeing Nezuko overcome her weakness was matched only by his fear of what it meant. Muzan would stop at nothing to capture her, and the final battle was inevitable. Soon after, the Demon Slayer Corps prepared for the war to end all wars. Training became harsher than ever as every member pushed themselves to their absolute peak. Tanjiro worked tirelessly to master his breathing techniques and refine his body, even as the scars of past battles weighed on him. He no longer fought only for Nezuko, but for every comrade who had fallen and every innocent life yet to be saved. The Hashira and the Corps launched their final stand against Muzan within the Infinity Castle, a labyrinth controlled by Muzan's loyal demon, Nakime. In this chaos, Tanjiro and his friends faced the remaining upper ranks in battles that cost them dearly. The Hashira fell one by one in glorious yet tragic fights. But with each loss, Tanjiro's determination grew. At last, the final confrontation with Muzan Kibutsuji began. The Demon King revealed his true monstrous form, his power vast enough to annihilate entire squads in moments. The fight raged on through the night, every second a struggle for survival. Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Inosuke, Nezuko, and the surviving Hashira poured everything they had into holding Muzan at bay until dawn. Tanjiro, despite being battered and broken, stood at the forefront. He carried the hopes of his friends, the sacrifices of the Hashira, and the memory of his family. His use of the Hinokami Kagura, now fully awakened as the sun breathing, pushed him beyond his limits. In one final desperate gamble, Muzan attempted to turn Tanjiro into a demon, seeking to make him his successor. For a brief, harrowing moment, Tanjiro was trapped within darkness, on the verge of losing himself to Muzan's will. Yet it was Nezuko's hand, his friends' voices, and his own unshakable spirit that pulled him back. Rejecting Muzan's curse, Tanjiro returned to humanity, symbolizing the triumph of hope over despair. With the sunrise, Muzan's body was finally destroyed. His centuries of terror ended once and for all. The cost was immense, many lives lost, many heroes fallen, but the world was freed from his shadow. Tanjiro survived, scarred yet unbroken. Nezuko, now fully human, embraced her brother with tears of joy. Zenitsu and Inosuke, their bond stronger than ever, stood beside him, sharing both grief and triumph. The Demon Slayer Corps, though shattered, had fulfilled its purpose. In the years that followed, peace gradually returned. Tanjiro, though forever marked by his journey, chose a life of quiet simplicity with his sister and friends. His story became one of resilience, compassion, and the unbreakable will of a boy who carried a burning flame through endless darkness. Tanjiro Kamado's legacy was not one of vengeance, but of love, sacrifice, and hope. He proved that even in a world consumed by demons, the heart of a kind young man could shine brighter than any shadow.